Michelle here with Straw-Bearie.com. I'm a teacher, I'm a crafter, and I'm a DIYer. And today we are going to do some therapy with art by making some backgrounds with a jelly plate. Here are some of the backgrounds that I made yesterday when I was in a really dark place and a rough mood, and I basically just used reds and blacks, and then I threw in a couple of yellows and oranges, and actually it was this tarnished brass color as well, and some of them turned out pretty autumn looking. I'm usually a much brighter person, but these turned out really good, and they'll make really good backgrounds. And now I want to show you how you can do this too. I'm going to be using a jelly plate. I used to have a homemade one that I made using instructions from the Frugal Crafter, so check out her videos and website. And I decided to go ahead and splurge and buy one of the small ones for myself, and it works great and it lasts over and over again. So I'm just taking some paint in, the colors of my choice right now, and I'm rolling them on with my brayer. My brayer's not really rolling real well, so I'm just kind of smooshing them on. So if you don't have a brayer, you could probably just use like a plastic ruler or something. So I've got my colors on there. They're kind of blending, and at this point you have choices. You can just put this full color on yours, or I'm going to take this stencil and I'm going to lay it on top. I have pre-cut cards, and I also have a stack of tags so that I can quickly and easily grab them. And I'm going to lay it down on top of the jelly plate. And then I'm just putting a sheet of paper here so I don't get my fingers as inky as I normally do. And then I'm going to lift that off, and you have a really cool design, and you can even use this just as it is or keep adding layers on top. Now take off the stencil, and I'm going to get another impression. So I'm going to put this back on, transfer all of that paint to my card, and now you have a completely different look. Two looks for one, and there's still ink on here, so I can probably go ahead and do it a few more times to get all of that ink off, or all of that paint off. And this one doesn't look that great right now, but it would make a great background as I add more and more layers on top of it. When you're ready, it's okay if you still have some paint left on there. You can add new colors. You can figure out whatever colors you like, or whatever colors you're feeling right then in that moment. Like yesterday, I used a lot of reds and a lot of blacks because I was in a very bad mood, and it was kind of therapy for me. And I want to show you how this can really help be therapy to you. So I can take a paintbrush, and I'm just taking the bottom end that's just kind of a smooth rounded end, and I can write in here, and I can get rid of some of my frustrations. So like, I'm mad at you. And then I can take my card and I can put it on top here and smush it down. And when you pull it up, it's going to be reversed, so you really can't see the words that you wrote, and you can add layers on top again so that you really can't see it. And there's still ink on here, so I can get another impression. And a lot of times I like the second impression better than the first. And I can keep going, and I can keep adding just a couple, some paint and colors. You want to stick with the same color family while they're wet at least. Once you're putting on another layer, you can go with another color family. Okay, so I can can also write in cursive, and it ends up looking really pretty, but you don't know what I'm saying. So I could put like pretty COVID is stupid. Or whatever it is that's frustrating you and making you feel bad. And then you take something that's ugly, your ugly thoughts, and you end up making something pretty out of them. And it helps your mood as you're doing that. You can't see what it says, but again, we're going to layer this up more. And just keep playing with it. Okay. You can't tell what it says. It's just a background. You can even take your back of your paintbrush and you can just scribble because you're mad and you're angry and you just got to get out that frustration by scribbling because you're mad and you're angry. And the Bible tells us that we are going to be angry. There are things that are going to make us mad, but to be angry and sin not. And so instead of taking your frustrations out on another person, instead of doing something violent, you are able to get out those frustrations. And in the end, you may make yourself something beautiful. It may not turn out. You may end up going, ugh, that didn't work very well. But you know what? It's only paper. It's only paint. It's not that expensive, and you can redo it if you don't like it. So I'm trying to see what colors I haven't used recently on some of these. I might need to. I have so much green going on that I went and grabbed a bottle of some navy blue paint to add into this. You can even take your paintbrush and make purposeful patterns. And I'm going to take one that I've already used and I'm going to set it back down. And we're just adding layer upon layer upon layer. Getting more colors, more design, more texture on it. So even if you did have words showing at the beginning, they're going to fade away and people aren't going to notice and see your words. They're just going to see texture. You can write in there, you know, the name of the person who's making you mad or the thing that's making you mad or whatever. You can write in cursive, you can write in print. I hate wearing a mask. I do. It doesn't mean I like it. Can't tell what that says. It just looks like texture and pattern. And it really helps my mood just to do something creative, something. Some people, their therapy might be running or exercising, and if they have some frustration, they're going to go run or exercise or something like that. Yeah, that's not me. I'm not going to be doing that. But doing something like this, and this one I didn't do any textures, just the color, can help me to feel better and to help me feel stronger and to help me get out emotions that I need to get out and focus on positive. And you're creating art at the same time. And these will make great backgrounds for making cards later. Or maybe they will be backgrounds for another art project that you might use. Here I have this tag that I'm using. So I can use this tag on a card. I can use it and create some art on top of it. I've got the back of the tag messy now. Or maybe turn it into a bookmark. So it's a positive way to help de-stress and get rid of some of those thoughts and feelings that, might not be the best. The stencils that I picked this one with the arrows going every which way because it seemed like chaos and I felt like my life was kind of in chaos. And I also picked this dot one because I am a polka dot fan. I love polka dots, but yet this polka dot one didn't go everywhere. It had spots where there weren't polka dots, and so I just thought that worked really well too. And see how adding those layers on. And again, remember, take off the stencil, and you've got this pattern here that you can add to something else. Let's try it on this one. Just adding more dimension. Let me know in the comments if you would be interested in seeing me make some cards out of some of these background layers that I have used. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you will find ways to express your feelings without sinning, without making things worse, but by also creating something beautiful. Please give this video a like, subscribe, tell all your friends, and have a great day crafting away. Toodles.
My first set of backgrounds, which were all the red and blacks colors, I thought kind of looked fall colored, and this week when I had some spare time, I used those backgrounds to make some fall cards, and here they are. I think they turned out super cute, and I used some of the actual ugliest papers that I made to cut out these leaf patterns that I used to make the wreath in this card. So even the ugly papers got to be used.